So just waiting here to get the pigs out. Comes your champion lightweight out first, obviously. And then the champion middleweight.
Toby, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
That was an adventure in babysitting, folks. First of all, I want to apologize for the technical errors. We had some new internet put in by Liberty, and it was a little bit of a challenge, and it was working fine. And then they did a quick upgrade, and the upgrade, I don't know exactly what it did. And then a wire somehow magically stopped working, even though it was passing tests, but it still just wouldn't flat out work. So we are banishing this wire.
It's going away.
It's been banished to, I don't know, wherever the bad wire.
Get our 3 division winners back out here for Champion Commercial or Crossbred Guild. And with that, I think all 3 of them are representing an immense amount of quality. Talked about how that lightweight was so comfortable and so attractive in her image. Just didn't know if that one was as stout in terms of her feature as a couple others out here. But what she represents is a very, very good breeding guild nonetheless. That middleweight guild, extremely stout, dense, bold, wide, any kind of a power term you want to use. She kind of represents if that one would grab a gear and just kind of go and work with the young man. We really, really liked that guild in division. Very nice guild to represent D2. And then the young man's big guild, kind of a powerfully made, big hip one. Little out there on the corners in terms of her hind leg for where I see, but the longer she's out here, she's been out here a little while, she's never gotten any worse, and just have to appreciate what that one represents. Love all 3 of these guilds. The one I think is very unique, the hardest to make, the one I like the best, young man's middle, will be champion. Let's congratulate him.
So Fitzer Family Farms takes the champion commercial guild.
We drop in that reserve one, the blue here, and talked about how that one was so fresh and attractive, combined a lot of good things. I think that's a very, very good guild, too. She'll be next. Let's congratulate her.
So Danner will be reserve overall commercial breeding guild, which stood second to Fitzer.
We don't have a next one out of that division, so it comes down between the 2 here. And for me, I think there's one that's just a little further along in terms of power, in terms of stoutness, not to take anything away from the lightweight. But the young man's big guild will be third. Let's congratulate him.
And the heavyweight will be third overall. So now they're going to bring back all the breeding guilds for an overall grand champion breeding guild.
Congratulations to Maxon Fitzer on his champion commercial breeding guild, and a special thanks to Countywide Ag and Ed Alyssa for donating the banner. Congratulations to Bailey Danner on Reserve Champion Commercial Breeding Guild. A special thanks to Nutrient Ag Solutions for the banner donated. And congratulations to Adam Sauer on 3rd place Commercial Breeding Guild.
Tonight, over here at the county fair, we're going to have a concert on a Thursday night. Back in the day, we used to have concerts on Friday and Saturday. But just like everything else in this world, money, money, money. So it is kind of difficult to do that. When, you know, our fair is one of the better fairs out there, but, you know, everything takes money, and you just want to try to break even if you can. And being a non-profit organization here, but they're gonna try to do a concert tonight, and that'll be a good time tonight for sure. So come on out tonight on a beautiful day, absolutely perfect day. I mean, it's July, and there's long sleeves out. You know, people are wearing long sleeve shirts. Seen some jackets floating around, and you know we're going on, you know, 11 o'clock here, and you know, and there's still people with sweatshirts and jackets, and I see one guy that's got a blanket wrapped around him. You know, you just don't see that in July, and come out and enjoy it. Let the kids come on the rides and walk through the barns and see all the animals, and the kitty barnyard that's for, you know, out there that the West Liberty FFA puts on every year, and it's just simply amazing. God, we got a lot of people up here signing up for the kid. A lot of people up here for, you know, signing up for the little kids show later on this afternoon. And that's always fun to watch little kids out. You know, I mean, we're talking little kids. I mean, we're talking 5-year-olds, and it's just fun to watch those kids interact with the animals, and it's a way to hopefully get them interested in everything. You know, in the animals, and maybe someday down the road they'll be exhibitors, and in a lot of cases they will be, but it's just a way to introduce individuals to the agricultural environment that might not be, you know, used to it or into it, so to speak. And so it's a good thing, you know, to involve those kids. Very good crowd here today for the Breeding Guilt show. This is probably always going to be the biggest crowd we have. And in reality, I'm going to say this, it's probably the most competitive all the way through. It's crazy how a pig show can draw this much attention, but this place is packed full of people today, guys. I mean, it's amazing the amount of people that are here. And you know, and this pig show is the swine show. I shouldn't say pig. Swine show is just absolutely crazy. I mean, they'll be ultra competitive when they have what they call a showdown, where the winners from, you know, I think it's like 8 or 9 different counties go and show against each other for, it's kind of a preview to the state fair. Kind kind of the elite of the elite, so to speak, and we're always in the hunt there. Washington County normally does really well. They're pretty stout with a lot of stuff that they take down there. But Muscatine County has had its individuals over a couple years. Had a couple in.
Got our purebred here to show against our crossbred to show it's your guys' showdown deal, and we kind of mimicked it over in Illinois on our side and done it for the last few years, and it's been an awesome deal. It's great for the kids to go represent and kind of brings them together after getting to compete at the county fair, get to go cheer on and make sure our county is represented extremely well. Regardless of which guild goes, I think both would do so with an extreme amount of quality. For me, there's one that just does a lot of the good things, the basic things well, and then tack on the extras in terms of power, in terms of look, in terms of presence. Young man's cross will be champion. Let's congratulate him.
Nice job there by Maxon Fitzer for your champion breeding guild. Fitzer Family Farms gets it done. And thank you to the banner being donated in memory of Jerry Grings, which is pretty cool.
Drop in that reserve cross, and you've heard me talk about them all day long, so I think the one that just best suits me and presence standpoint, from a freshness standpoint, was that next cross. The blue gilt will be next. Let's congratulate her.
And that'll be Bailey Danner. As your reserve overall breeding gilt, and the banner donated by West Liberty State Bank.
Drop in that. Go ahead. Drop in that third cross here, and certainly doesn't hurt the quality. Well, it's a very, very good gilt, but have to appreciate a good purebred young lady. Spot will be next. Let's congratulate her.
So third overall will be the spotted gilt. And that'll bring in the reserve overall breeding gilt, which will be the Duroc. I like that Duroc.
Drop in that red gilt, and thought she was a very, very good female that represents the Durocs and the purebreds well. She'll be next in line. Let's congratulate her.
So the Duroc did take fourth overall. Now he's got one last decision to make here.
We drop in that Chester gilt that's got a bad attitude and a bright future. Thought this gilt was very, very good. She'll be next. Let's congratulate her.
Nice Chester here that's by Dahlfeld.
The other cross is sixth overall if you need that.
Now will be
Congratulations to Maxon Fitzer on his grand champion breeding gilt. And congratulations to Bailey Danner on her reserve grand champion breeding gilt.
So that will conclude the breeding gilt show for today. Maxon Fitzer with your grand champion breeding gilt, and Bailey Danner with your reserve grand champion breeding gilt. And that'll bring us to our showmanship, which you'll have senior showmanship first with 9th grade through 12th grade. Senior champion showmanship banner donated by West Liberty Locker and Processing. Reserve senior champion
We will be doing
showmanship
senior showmanship followed by junior showmanship.
banner donated
Following
by
that, we will have a short break for pictures and a lunch break. And just so everybody knows, the pork producers are providing a $10 lunch on the northeast side of the show ring today.
And a reserve senior champion showmanship banner donated by Tyler Feldman Farms. Tyler Feldman Farms. So it'll take a little bit for them to get the showmanship kids rounded up. Once again, I should have brought a darn windbreaker or something because it's a little chilly out. I just can't wrap my head around it. It's July, and here we are, and it's nuts. I mean, I can't wrap my head around it. It's just crazy that we're having to wear sweatshirts and coats, and people are wrapped up in blankets, and it's not football season yet. Absolutely insane. So the Fitzer
At the
family
conclusion
farm,
of our Pee Wee show today, we will have our Bacon Buddies show. We are hoping to start sometime after 2:30. And we would like to also take a moment to recognize our mentors for the year, Jack Theobald, Emily Maxwell, Jordan Schmidt, Kinley Ledger, Clay Ledger, and Alyssa Lenz.
looks like they're on to page number 2 on the Kitty show for people showing up. Have we got any senior showmen here? And after the showmanship, senior showmanship and junior showmanship, they will be taking a probably a half-hour break. I'm assuming we'll shut down for that for a half hour. They'll take a break for pictures. They take the pigs over to the cement, over there with that big, huge, and they'll take pictures, and then they're going to do a lunch break. So I'm assuming we'll kind of go off for that, which is yeah, they still have the barrel, the market barrel side to do, and like I said, right now they're doing showmanship. They're going to do senior showmanship and then junior showmanship, and then they'll take their, probably half hour, 45-minute break at the most, I would think.
Well, Toby, We could just sit here and talk and entertain people for half an hour.
I don't know about that.
Well,
I'm kind of hungry.
You know what? Well, you could. Well, here's the one thing about getting food at the fair. I left to go get food. What, half an hour ago?
Yep.
You run into 6 people you know,
Yep.
and I am just now biting into my burrito. It's really good.
Did you get that over at the?
The ringside
Yeah,
cafe thing.
yep.
Absolutely. Was it West Liberty Schools?
No, it's Wilton. Wilton.
That's right.
Wilton. Yep.
I knew that as soon as I said it.
Yep.
And as I'm coming back, everybody's like, "Oh, you're whatever." Some of Wyatt's friends' parents, and they
Right.
show, and they're like, do you know much about it? I'm like, no, I don't know crap about this stuff. I learn along with everybody else, and the only thing I know about these pigs is they taste good in the burrito I'm eating. That's
very good.
That's about it. And I know I take that back. Mallory Bruin, the first one that went through with the crazy pig,
Right.
that unfortunately we weren't alive yet, but we do have it that we can show you that just parked in the corner,
Right.
and wouldn't move. Mallory's our neighbor, and so I learn by osmosis,
Right.
once in a while, but and again, we get to eat her projects, so
Right.
again, it works out pretty well.
Yeah, I think they got like 4 up here for senior. Oh, wow. They actually have more for senior showmanship here. And the showmanship thing is a little bit different. It's not necessarily so much judged on the pig. What is wrong with my kid? She's eating a drumstick, and it's the middle of July, and there's people with sweatshirts and coats, and
Clarify, it's an ice cream drumstick.
it's an ice cream drumstick, yes. Well, I'm like, what are you doing? There's a guy over there with a blanket on, and it's July. I mean, it's not right. But, yeah, the showmanship, back to the showmanship thing. Sorry about that. I got a little distracted there. But, it's more on presentation